Okay, we're going to be talking about the recent shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. By police. We're going to show you the video and then discuss what we all think about it.
Oh! Oh! Bro, they just killed them in front of me. Yo! Yo! Y'all ain't had to give him that many shots! Y'all ain't had to give him that many.
So from what I gather from this, I think it's a justified shooting because he came at officers with a knife. I mean, his family called him there. It's not like the police just showed up and, you know, they repeatedly told him to put the knife down and he didn't. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, and it's straightforward for me. What do you guys think?
When it comes to this incident, as a police officer, you have to ask yourself, like, oh, how am I supposed to de-escalate the situation first? And anything in terms of, you know, asset protection, just law enforcement, you always have to ask, how am I supposed to de-escalate this situation? But at this point in time, or in this this video that we saw, the police officer was kind of thinking of his own life at this point, and at this point it's second decision making, and to me this was also justified, and he was basically trying to protect everyone else around that neighborhood. And looking at this guy and just charging with a knife, that police officer was probably filled with anxiety, panic, anxiousness, and
Yeah, like,
all that adrenaline was built up. And where are you supposed to do it? We're supposed to, like, release it, and, you know, he released it through his gun.
And so basically what I see from this is people are saying, oh, you could have shot him in the leg. He had mental health issues because he was bipolar. But I mean, if you try to shoot someone in the leg, the odds of you missing and, you know, the bullet ricocheting and killing someone else is a lot higher than if you shoot center mass. If you take, you know, weapons training classes, I mean, they teach you to shoot center mass because, I mean, that's the most likely place you'll get a hit. And they shoot to incapacitate. They don't shoot to kill. I mean, this man came at him with a knife, and I mean, what are they supposed to do, you know?
Yeah.
And as we said,
as we said earlier too, if like a bullet ricocheted, it would have harmed, you know, other people, and then another video would show like, oh, these police officers are harming this community.
Yeah, they would get flack either way because, I mean, if that ricocheted and like hit a child.
Right. Oh, wait.
Exactly. But I just think that what's happening now in these riots and them looting, I think that's just terrible. I mean,
I think they're doing it just because they want.
Yeah, they're just using it as an excuse. They don't really care about this black man and how he was killed and whatnot. They just honestly are trying to go out and, you know, make a quick buck off of a sad tragedy that happened.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's videos of people stealing like shoes, the washers and dryers, and like, I don't know. They're just doing it in the name of some dead guy that they love, and it's like, you're not really, that's not.
Do you really know that?
No.
Yeah, and even the family came out and said they don't want murder charges against the officers, so. Yeah, I mean, this shooting is 100% justified, and I don't really know why we're allowing these people to go out on the streets and act like complete fools. I mean, it's just pretty sad.
I guess I would say to people who are rioting, not only for this one, but for the other, a lot of the other shootings in the recent news cycle, I would say only Floyd. Well, it's never right to respond in rioting. Like, we have a right to peacefully assemble and protest, but I can't get behind the rioting part and the looting part and burning things. That's never an appropriate response. But especially with these last shootings, there's a lot of focus, and it seems like people's anger is just being leveraged for political means by Black Lives Matter and groups like that. Like, there's, as we've talked about before, there's many more black people dying in black on black crimes that isn't addressed, many more black lives being lost in that type of crime or killing than police officers are doing in 10 years. You know, the amount of people dead in 1 year of black on black crime. So it's like, I don't buy the slogan, and I don't buy kind of what Black Lives Matter is selling in saying that they care about black lives when so much of the black lives lost happens in
the
a
own community.
context.
Are in
that's-
the own black communities, and we talked about this before. You know, yeah, we talked about this before and how they basically Don Lemon said this isn't for all black lives. It's basically police brutality.
I agree, but that's not what the Black Lives Matter movement is about, Terry. Black Lives Matter is about police brutality.
And that's why I don't support Black Lives Matter, is that they don't really care about all black lives. I support the idea of Black Lives Matter, but I don't support the organization because they basically condone this behavior when they're the ones putting these things together, and then they know what's going to happen past a certain time. These organizers should be doing more to prevent these riots and outcry, which basically overshadow the whole point when, they go out and just destroy stuff. And we talked about this before, that Black Lives Matter, makes people, especially since it's election season, lean towards a different party, especially when, you see Kamala supporting the bail fund and whatnot. So, I mean, it's no bueno, man.